Hi, my name is Rachel Sample, and I'm doing this discussion board post for History 713, Business History, and we are to discuss one person's experience in the postbellum economy. So in Latin, post means after, and bellum means war. So after war, which was the Civil War, and the years are 1865 to 1900, and after the Civil War, everything in the country changed. I mean, it changed during the war, but after, everything had to be built back, and the rapid change that happened was just really remarkable in that time period. One era that really experienced a lot of growth and changes was the Midwest. And in our journal entry that we read from David Meyer, he talks about how the industry really opened and how there was a need for industrial centers in the Midwest because there were a lot of natural resources there, and it was very expensive and very cumbersome to transport those materials to the East. So they wanted to set up industry where there actually was the resources and where there were like the raw materials. So that combined with the transportation that really took off during that time, the trains, they opened up the trains that were able to now move people so much quicker, people and goods so much quicker, and than previous along the Mississippi River or so on. And the other aspect was, even though there were industrial centers in the East, they weren't big enough or efficient enough to be able to ship the quantity of goods that were needed in the Midwest. So there was a great need for industry in the Midwest. And now there was also the ability to transport those goods from the Midwest to different parts of the country through the train. And so cities like Chicago and St. Louis really took off as major cities during this postbellum era, of major centers of so many things. And one person who was able to thrive, who's a pretty remarkable woman, her name is Madam C.J. Walker. And I chose to talk about her experience because she was born a slave, or her parents were slaves. She was the first child born to her family in freedom. So she was born in 1867. She was number 6 of 6 children, and I think her story is just absolutely remarkable. She only had 3 months of formal education. Her mother unfortunately died when she was a baby, and then her father died when she was 7. So then she was an orphan. She went to go live with her sister and her oldest brother, and she was abused and not treated well there. So she ran away from home, got married at the age of 14, and had a daughter. And then her husband died. So this woman has experienced tragedy after tragedy, but she has a remarkable story because she was able to overcome and thrive in this postbellum economy. So her story goes, she got married again and moved to St. Louis, Missouri. And she had problems with her hair, like a lot of women during that time. So she had a lot of dandruff, and she was losing bald patches, or she was losing hair, so they had bald patches, just really dry, dull hair. And she was working for a company and learned some techniques with hair care, plus her brothers were also barbers, so she learned some hair care tips from them. And with that, she came up with a pomade, Madam C.J. Walker Wonder Hair treatment that would make a woman's hair beautiful, that would help with dandruff and balding and all those problems. And she was a very smart woman. She was not very well educated because of her unfortunate circumstances, but she was very smart, and she knew the power of marketing, and she knew the power of branding, and she really made a name for herself. She started, here's a picture of one of her manufacturing centers. I believe this was in Indianapolis, and not only would they make this product, but they would also do research and to experiment and try new products. And so she was able to spread and travel throughout the country on the railroad systems, and she had such a heart for other women to be independently successful like her, that she started a school for women. So you see mostly African American women who were she was teaching them to be financially independent and to be entrepreneurs, which is incredible. I am so proud of her. And her daughter took over and started, kept up with the manufacturing business. And what made it all possible was the new freedom that they had in the postbellum economy, the freedom of a capitalist country that we live in, that we're able to buy, try, fail, and sell, and really just do, we're able to work to our heart's content, or experiment and try new things. And in that freedom, she had freedom now and an opportunity, and she took advantage of it all, and she was very successful. And yes, that's all. Thank you. Bye.